Hi everyone, this is the general love reading for Libra Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. I do hope that this video finds you all well. I just want to warn you all that these have been kind of heavy readings. Even though they are timeless, I trust that the wisdom will come to you regardless of whether it has been months or years from the time it has originally been posted. We are kind of looking at the time frame between the middle of June to the middle of July, which makes a lot of sense because we do have an eclipse that's coming up. There's a lot of intense energy that is going to be happening, perhaps some shedding or some loss, but this also could be a time of incredible breakthrough as well. But that's often accompanied by some uncomfortable transition. So just something to kind of keep in mind. I'm not going to lie to you guys. I'm not going to give you false hope or just bullshit messages. I want to give you actual advice and things that apply to your life here and now. That aside, I do just want to disclaim that these are general readings, meaning not all the messages that come forward are going to be meant for you specifically. It is up to you to use your discernment and intuition to figure out what applies to your own life and what should be left behind for someone else. Some of the energy may also come in the reverse. The roles may be switched. So it is important that you are mindful of that. Your person could actually be your own energy or vice versa. It's also possible that if you are cross-watching for someone who has a lot of Libra placements, you're probably the other person. But again, it could go either way. This energy is very fluid. And finally, not all of the messages that come through are actually even going to apply to your love life. It might be another relationship. It could be a family member, a friend, coworker, anything. So keep that all on your radar as you're listening to this. If it doesn't resonate, you are of course welcome to check out some of your other placements as well, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. I have a playlist for all the love readings that came out this month, as well as general readings, which are much more time specific. They follow the astrology much more closely if you're interested in something like that. That may very well have a message for you as well. Yeah, and of course you are welcome to book a personal reading with me. I have all of my information down below in the description box for readings, Reiki sessions, donations. I also have an Instagram and Facebook page where I post updates, collective card readings and pick card readings. And I'm actually going to be offering giveaways on this channel, so if you want to make sure you don't miss out on your chance to win a free Reiki session or a free reading, definitely hit subscribe and follow me on all of my social media. I think that is actually everything. I'm going to actually tune into your energy, Libra. We're going to figure out what's happening in your love life for the middle of June to the middle of July, or whenever you're seeing this. It goes about a month out. What are the messages for Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus regarding love? I'm actually being told to shuffle 4 times. Okay. What do we have here? Interesting. So, for the overall energy, we do have the 7 of Pentacles in the reverse here. I do feel like a lot of you, there's this situation or connection that you've been putting a lot of work into and you're just not seeing the results of something. This could be, this could potentially be pertaining to some sort of financial loss as well, or something. Things are just not going as well as you had hoped. you know, things might have seemed to have had a lot of potential. You put a lot of effort in for what this could be, and now you're kind of looking back on all of this and you're wondering, was this really worth it? Why has nothing come to fruition yet? Why is this taking so long? Why am I not getting the connection that I want here? And it seems like for you, there's a lot of worries and fears with this death in reverse. This could potentially be regarding a Scorpio. I do feel like there's still things from the past that you're having a hard time letting go. It's still contributing a lot to your anxiety, your worries, your fears. I do feel like there's almost this sense that there's something from the past that keeps haunting you. I have this with kind of this image of this woman here. I feel like you're still really thinking about a lot of past failures coming up into this cycle. You're thinking a lot about the past. Kind of, I guess, counting your losses is what it really feels like. As for the other person, we do have this Knight of Wands in the reverse. This could be someone who has a lot of fear or insecurity about commitment in general. They might have been burned a lot in the past. They might have had this in and out energy. They might have done this in the past, and now they're worried that they're not able to commit, that they're not able to settle down. This could also be you, you know, in reference to you if you have a lot of fire in your chart. So some of you may also be dealing with a fire sign who is an Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. But this feels like very restless. This person's very, very restless. And I feel like you're kind of just sinking into your emotions. You're getting in touch with your emotions. This person really, it's taken you a while. I will say, you know, having this death in reverse, there is a level of resistance here, but I think it's harder for you to avoid what you're feeling than this person. I do see as a potential blockage here the Star card in reverse. This could also be Aquarian energy, so we have a lot of different energies on the table this month. But the Star card in reverse, this tells me that you are. There's still something you're not healing from. There's still something you need to heal from. There's something you need to work out. And I feel like you don't trust. You've lost this faith in the universe. There's this lack of faith in love in general. And I think it's really affecting. It almost feels like for the collective I'm tuning into, there's this sense of being single and not wanting it and wanting to move on, but there's still something from the past that's holding you back. It's like you've been making this wish for so long that you don't trust it anymore, and it's just everything really does happen in divine timing, and it seems like there is this need to heal, to move on, to integrate. And I actually hate the term move on because it's really more like move through, actually feeling things, actually going through things, and sitting with that intensity, sitting with those emotions, taking them in as part of yourself. It's like if you don't ever integrate that, if you don't ever resolve that aspect of yourself, you're just going to keep encountering these situations, encountering these connections that make you feel alone. The world around you is basically a mirror. And it's also mirroring back your subconscious aspects. So even if you're positive focusing all the time, you know, setting this wish out there, setting out this good energy, there is this aspect of you that is holding that back from coming into fruition. So I would definitely do some shadow work, to be honest, and also do some healing work. It seems like there's something you're just needing to move through, and my ear is ringing really, really loud as I'm saying all of this. As your person's blockage, we do have this Two of Cups in the reverse. again, is actually this sense of rejection or being left behind that I'm getting as their blockage. It seems like I was just talking about how this is kind of a mirror, and I feel like there is a lot of mirroring going on. You both have this fear of rejection, or this fear of getting close to someone, of losing someone again. And I feel like for them, this may have to do with a fire sign who hurt them in the past. Um, but, I actually see as their likely course of action, we do have the World card here. This is actually really good because I feel like they're moving out of this energy. They're coming out of this stuckness, out of this feeling of being burned. And I feel like they're trying to look for the next thing, the new thing. Ending one cycle and beginning another. This is also fixed energy. Some of you could be dealing again with Aquarius, Taurus, Scorpio, or Leo. We have Aquarius and Scorpio on the table for a few of you. But it just feels like they really are trying to move forward. And I actually see as your recommended course of action for you, we have this Four of Wands, which is actually a very, very similar energy. Again, tons of mirroring. It's like you need to really go on to the next level for yourself. You've been in this level for so long and you know it. You've been trying to move through it, but you haven't quite been able to let it go or to integrate it. And I feel like what you're being asked to do is just to move forward, to go into that next level of stability for you, to do this graduation for your life, whatever that means, however that makes sense. There is this need to go forward. And to really go after what makes you feel stable. Because this person is also going and evolving themselves. You may or may not even know this person, some of you. I'm not even really sure if this is so clear because it seems like there's so much heartache and pain. I think a lot of you are not even a vibrational match to meeting each other in the first place. So there is this, I think, integration that you need to do. Try and make this life for yourself that has space for someone else. Really look at your life right now, because what you are doing is setting out this vibration, setting out this energy. How does your day-to-day life look in terms of having another person? Do you have space for another person, physically making space? I see the home here, and I also think of feng shui. I've been kind of getting into that a little bit. And really making space for someone, like physically having pairs of things in your life, in your home, and having an extra space for them, doing things that open up yourself to new connection, because I feel like you're still having a hard time moving on from something from the past. And I do have as kind of the likely outcome right now, we do have the Seven of Swords. I do feel like there might be some sneaking around, there might be some stalking on social media, kind of indirect communication perhaps, but again, this feels more like kind of watching each other. There might be some like word from a friend type of thing. You might be kind of getting indirect information, or kind of just like spying. And that could go either way, but I actually think it's both of you, to be totally honest, which is kind of cute. Um, so maybe this is kind of telling me that it's okay to be more open, but I actually do think that there is something in you that needs to be healed first for a lot of you. I am going to pull an animal card just to see what their advice is for your love life right now. This is actually interesting. We do have the spider energy. I kind of wonder, I think of spider kind of being in the corner of the room. Again, it kind of does feel like this is the Seven of Swords here, energy, kind of watching things, being more an observer, kind of a fly on the wall here. But Spider also tells me that there's this need to get into flow state, to start creating something, to really feel passion in that way. I feel like that's kind of part of what this Four of Wands is, moving into stability. Spider actually creates abundance for itself just by doing what it loves, by getting into its natural flow, just doing what feels like a natural extension of what it is. I feel like for those of you who are artists, you definitely should be creating a lot of art. For those of you who are writers, you should be writing. Dancers should dance. Like, just do the thing that gets you in this flow state that makes you lose your sense of time. I actually feel like that's going to be very helpful for you moving into this new level of stability, and it's actually important for you to have that sort of love for yourself, to do these self-love activities, and it will mirror in your reality. It will bring love closer to you from another person. um, those are all the messages that I am getting for you right now, Libra. I do hope that this was helpful. Make sure to hit like and subscribe. Let me know in the comments down below what's going on for you guys. If you don't book a personal reading with me, I will see you next time. Bye, Libra.